Hello and welcome to the Mastin Kipp Podcast. I'm your host, Mastin Kipp, and I am the creator of functional life coaching, where we discover the root cause emotional blocks that are holding you back from success. And I'm also the creator of trauma hacking, helping you turning your nervous system into your ally, and the best-selling author of the book Claim Your Power, and also a trauma survivor advocate. And this podcast is from my heart to yours. I'm going to share with you all kinds of different things, different coaching experiences that I've had with people, different parts of my life, maybe an excerpt from a seminar, different interviews with friends and thought leaders, all about how to get unstuck, how to hack your nervous system, how to turn your nervous system into your ally and really get the edge so that you can really live your dreams, live your purpose, and most importantly, pay it forward. So I hope you enjoyed today's episode. One favor I have for you is this. If you love this podcast, remember to subscribe to it. And if you feel called, please feel free to leave a review, because reviews really matter, helps us spread the word, and helps other people really discover this podcast. So if this was valuable to you, please feel free to leave a review and subscribe to the podcast. And if there's anything in this episode or any episode that really strikes you as an aha moment, shoot us an email to hello@mastinkipp.com. Tell us which episode it was and about what time the breakthrough was in the episode, so that we can really know, because I'd love to hear from you what your aha moments are. I love hearing that, and my team loves hearing that too. So without any further ado, please enjoy this episode of the Mastin Kipp Podcast. And the higher self, for that intuitive part of you, it's not like you're always going to be at peace. If you're having anxiety, if you're having stress, one of the reasons why you have stress and anxiety is because you're out of integrity with who you know yourself to be. So, we had a client who did all these brain scans, and we found a bunch of things that in her mental health work with Dr. Amen in the clinics that, she could increase her brain health, which is amazing. But after that, there was still a level of depression, anxiety. And upon further review of her life, we really looked at her job is a soul-sucking job, and no, omega-3 oils or medication is going to make you feel better if you're at a soul-sucking job. So it just doesn't work that way. Or no Kundalini yoga will make you feel better long-term if you're in a toxic relationship. Who follows? Does it make sense? Right? So the idea is that you have to learn how to tap into that higher wisdom, which has always been there, and make choices from that place. And it requires faith. And it requires, yes, having a plan. But what's interesting is when you make a committed decision that you can't come back from, the plan tends to materialize. Right? Sitting around waiting for a plan to happen so that you can make a choice that's how you stay stuck. So I want you to consider, who are you really beyond the pattern, right? Who are you? When I talk about your capital S self, that's the wiser part of you. That's the part of you that says, I deserve more than this relationship. Or it says, you know what, you can serve other people with your gifts. Or it says, you know what, you really got to take better care of your body. And choosing from that capital S self place. Because when you choose from the lower S, the little self, that's the ego, that's the survival patterns. And we love the ego. I'm not against the ego. The ego is what helps give us individuality. It's what's yours, mine, right? So I remember one time I was at a seminar, and this guy was giving me hell about how, the ego is a bunch of bullshit. And obviously the ego in him was speaking, which is ironic. But what was so funny about it was that the ego says, this is mine, this is yours. And so there's a woman next to him with a ring on. He had a ring on. And I'm kind of irreverent in my coaching, if you haven't figured that out yet. And I like to break people's patterns. And I said, sir, so tell me about the ego. He said, it's just edging God out and all that typical new age speak. I said, well, who's this woman next to you? And he said, this is my wife. I go, okay, cool. So you don't believe in ego, right? He goes, absolutely not. I said, okay. So then, and Jenna was in the room when I said this, right next to me. And I said, so if you don't believe in ego and you don't believe in having something that's yours, then you have no problem with me taking your wife home and sleeping with her tonight. It's not your wife. It's just a person. It's just a person. And he got so defensive. But then he realized, oh my God, it makes total sense. So the idea is that we need ego, because it's that's his wife. That's my girlfriend. There's what's yours and mine. I'm sure that you probably wouldn't want to bank with someone where 50% of the time you deposited the money in the bank account and went somewhere else or went wherever spirit wanted it to go. You probably want certainty that's going to go into your bank account, right? So ego and patterns and surviving is really important stuff. However, focusing on it, and the more that you seek certainty in your life, the less of it you'll have. The more that you seek certainty in life, the less of it you have. So you have to come from that higher wisdom. And it's about making those choices that scare the shit out of you. And by the way, every day is an opportunity to make that choice. It's not like you do it once and it's over. This is a lifestyle and a dedication to that process. So with that said, we are going to get into some coaching, and we're going to remember, I want you to start with outcome. Here's where I'm stuck and where should I go? So we'll start with hello.
Hi.
How's it going?
Great. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Awesome. Wow, I got chosen. Hi. Aloha. So the outcome I am going for is I still don't feel like I know exactly what structure I want my career or life purpose to be. I'm interested. I'm starting a monthly women's group. I'm an actor and a model. I've been thinking lately about getting back into dramatic and comedic acting. I've been doing commercials forever.
Cool. Commercials. So
yes, exactly. So
what is the outcome you're going for? Like, how can I create income as an actor? How can I, what's the specific thing?
Yeah. So I feel emotional, but the outcome is I want to know what career path I'm supposed to be on. Like if multiple ones or one. I enjoy so many things. I love writing, and I feel like that's something I've been avoiding forever.
Sure. This is a great question. So here's how it works. There's a lot of, I promote this and I believe in this. You can make money with your gifts, like absolutely. However,
yes.
There's this idea that I deserve to make money with my gifts, which is kind of nonsense, because what happens is you have to earn it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, first you got to pay the bills. Then you got to, so most people don't even have that covered, but they think that they need to like make all this money not paying their bills with some magical answer. So it's like, first, I don't care if it's like a job at McDonald's, if it's couch surfing to reduce your overhead, like whatever it is you got to do. In your case, it's doing commercials. Okay. So like pay the bills. So that's first and foremost. Then you can start paying the bills, doing things that you love or things that you enjoy more. So my guess is you probably like doing commercials better than maybe what you did before.
Well, I was babysitting and waiting tables.
Right. So commercials is better than babysitting.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So then what's better than commercials? Like what would get you more in the zone? Do you want to act? Do you want to coach? Do you want to do both?
I think both and write too.
Sure. Yeah. So you could put that sort of coaching, writing in like one category of like thought leader, right?
Okay.
So that's cool. So you want to act and you want to be a thought leader. So you got to make sure that you're maintaining your bills.
Yeah.
Right? So it's like you want to make sure that you're probably still doing the commercials, I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? Now, the next step is what can I move into that can help me start to maybe, because I'm imagining you probably don't want to do commercials the rest of your life.
No, but I've been doing them a long time.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure. So now the question becomes, how can I start replacing some of that commercial work with other income, which is like how to be a thought leader, right? Mm-hmm. So from an income perspective, you want to start looking at how you can earn money as a coach, as a writer, how to inspire other people. So you're already starting to do that with like the women's group, like that, that right nudge in the right direction. If I could give you a basic idea right now, is that you want to think in terms of packages. So a lot of people who start coaching think in terms of sessions, like one or an hourly mindset. You want to think in terms of, I'm going to package something together in a 1 month or 3 month or 6 month package. And that is what I'm selling. I'm not selling one-offs. And you want to look at, and then you also, people ask, well, how much should it cost? You want to reverse engineer. Well, here's my income goal for the month. So if my income goal is $5,000 a month or $10,000 a month, they're different goals, which means there's different things I have to do to get there. So what would your income goal be per month?
I mean, just to get by and make the bills and have gas and food is like 3,000, but I would like to have 10,000 a month. That would feel good.
So 3 is on the way to 10, right?
Yeah.
So I would look at, my goal is to sell $3,000 in packages in a month's period every month, right? So if we do basic math, and I'm gonna just riff on this because I want to make sure that I can kind of get the point across without going over on time. But
Yeah.
if I can,
Yeah.
let's just pretend you're going to coach actors on mindset, and you're going to do one session a week with them one-on-one. Okay.
Okay, but I just want to insert something. I did do a coaching training program and for 6 months, and I did the one-on-one with people. And to be honest, I didn't really enjoy it.
Okay. So that's most likely a function of who you were coaching and what you were talking about, not necessarily the practice of serving other people and helping them.
Okay. Yeah.
So
that makes sense.
There's people who are not coachable that I don't enjoy coaching, which is more about them than me coaching people, because I love coaching the right people. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get that. I just didn't like talking on the phone, and I liked that people seemed to get a lot out of it, but I was really bored and frustrated, and it just didn't I couldn't get into it, even though I love helping people.
What was the topic that you were coaching about?
What was I coaching people about? All kinds of things, relationships, like whatever was going on with them.
Okay, so that's boring. That topic is boring to you. What about the craft
of
acting? Or
no.
Writing? What's exciting to you?
Well, I like when people feel seen and heard, and I like just being there for people. That's exciting to me.
So how is that different than coaching people?
I guess it's not. Yeah, it's like I haven't found the right way, I guess.
So yeah, so
yeah.
So this is what I mean. It's like if helping people is better than commercials.
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yes. Yeah.
You have to give yourself time to figure out what your thing is within that helping people.
Sure. Yes,
okay.
That makes sense.
And the more you focus on helping them, the better. So let me just kind of get back to the strategy here. So it's a coaching package. So let's just say that you do 4 sessions a month, and let's just say that you start at $100 a session. Okay. Which is low, but we'll just start at so that's $400 a month, and we do it for 12 months. I'm sorry, for 3 months. So 400 times 3, that's a $1,200 package.
Right.
Right. If you sell 3 $12 packages a month, that's $3,600.
Yes.
Okay. So if you had 3 pay-in-fulls every month, then you'd be hitting over your income goal. Okay. Now let's just say you had a payment plan. Okay, so $1,200 divided by 3, $400. You'd have to sell 300,000 divided by 400. You'd have to sell 7.5 packages on payment plans. So we'll just say 8. Okay, so 8 times 400, that's $3,200 a month. So you have to sell either 3 pay-in-fulls or 8 payment plan packages per month to replace that income. Okay, so the goal then is to have a package, be able to build a tribe where you can add a lot of value to them through different ways that you can add value online: video, Facebook, quote cards, email, blogs, all that type of stuff. And then be making offers to them to work with you. So that would be like the next step. While you're doing that, simultaneously, if you want to get back into acting, is what I'm hearing.
Yes. Yeah.
Right. So you got to chunk your time so that you have call times and coaching times where it's like, this is when I'm working.
Yeah.
Tuesdays and Thursdays from 11 to 5 or whatever you can. And probably like times when there aren't a lot of auditions.
Yeah.
And then that's when you're coaching, and then you have free time for auditions. But this is something that you have to earn, and you have to ask yourself, am I willing to get into something that's going to be better than commercials, that doesn't perfectly light me up, but is in the right direction?
Yeah.
So that I can be free, not have to rely on commercials, and really give myself the opportunity to step into acting, the craft of acting. Knowing that as you work with people, you'll be able to get clearer and clearer and clearer on who you really love to work with and what your message really is. But like that would be the path. Okay. So you're already better than babysitting. Upgrade again to coaching. But while you're doing that, I would also, immediately start going back out on auditions, because you helping other people feel seen is ultimately about you being seen.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a trade. So I hope that's helpful. Is that helpful?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
The last thing I'll say is, if there's resistance to coaching, it's probably because you were coaching the wrong people. Most likely. Likely. Or they were triggering something in you as well that hasn't been healed yet.
Okay. Yeah. They're both valid. Yeah. I feel like it's the former.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And consider it may be both.
Yeah. Got it.
All right, but that would be how I suggest that you replace the income. And
thank you so much.
Yeah, you're
Thank
welcome.
you.